What is owner financing? So owner financing, there's actually a few different ways that an owner can finance a property, but typically, most often when we talk about seller financing or owner financing, it's just where if the owner, it's the simplest way is if the owner owns the property outright, and they allow the new buyer to basically just go ahead and make payments to them over a period of time. They're basically like the bank to the new buyer. Now, a lot of it's not super normal, and so a lot of people are a little bit confused by it, but it's actually very straightforward. If you think about just getting a loan, putting a down payment down, and making payments, that's really all owner financing is. They just take the place of the bank. Now, everything else is pretty much the same as well, even the foreclosure process. If you stop making payments to them, they still have just as much recourse as a bank would have. They have to follow the procedures and give you the notices and everything like that, but they can come and foreclose their property and take it back from you if you stop making payments. Now, there's a lot of advantages to the owner financing model, especially if it's difficult for someone to get financing through a bank. Owners can then work with people to make a more customized strategy. They can work with down payments, they can work with interest rates, they can do a whole bunch of different things. And usually owners are a little bit more creative to be able to make it more flexible for the buyers to buy their property. And then they end up making more money in the long run as well, as opposed to just say you sell a house for $400,000, you get that money and you're done. Whereas you could sell on seller financing for $400,000, and now you become the bank and you're making 5-6% interest on that $400,000 for 15, 30 years, however long you make that term. So there's a lot of good benefits to owner financing. You just have to know what you're doing, make sure you do it right, make sure you still use the title company, get title insurance, follow the process all the way along. I would still recommend using a realtor through it if you're going to have the property change hands and a title company and all that kind of stuff. Just make sure you do all your due diligence and do it carefully, and it can be really advantageous.